Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Julie Chrisley confirmed her guilt a long time ago. The federal judge threw the book at Todd and Julie Chrisley, and that resulted in them landing behind bars for pretty hefty sentences of 12 and 7 years. At the time, multiple legal experts explained that if Todd and Julie had admitted guilt or displayed even a drop of remorse for their crimes, their sentences would have been reduced. The couple, however, has maintained, to this day, that they are innocent on all accounts. Likewise, their children also stand by their parents' claims of being innocent. Per recent fan chatter, a lot of Chrisley Knows Best fans are overlooking the fact that Julie Chrisley had previously confirmed her guilt a long time ago. What did she say or do that was a confirmation of guilt? Keep reading for the details. Julie Chrisley admitted guilt a long time ago? In a thread dedicated to whether Todd and Julie deserve an appeal, one fan clued everyone into the fact that Julie admitted she was guilty a long time ago. The individual proceeded to ask why did the couple need a retrial after she admitted her guilt. Now, this fan was referring to the day that Julie Chrisley became irate and lashed out before attacking Lindsay. At the time, Julie reportedly became physical with Lindsay. She reportedly put her hands on Lindsay's neck and pushed her into a wall. While the incident was swept under the rug as much as possible, there are multiple interviews buried in the court case that suggest the physical altercation happened. Today, it has been learned that Julie Chrisley had just received news that their storage unit was being raided by the Georgia DOR. The fan added that if Julie wasn't guilty of anything and there was nothing to hide in that storage unit, there would have been no reason for her to lash out and attack Lindsay. Unfortunately, because so many fans dislike Lindsay, there have been many to claim Lindsay deserved it and dug no deeper into what caused the altercation to happen in the first place. Had you heard the story of Julie Chrisley lashing out and attacking Lindsay? Do you recall it being revealed that Todd forced NDAs on everyone to bury the fact that this happened? Does it surprise you that Lindsay was able to get past this and forgive everyone involved? For years, Julie Chrisley has been painted in two very different lights. To some, she is the picture of Southern grace, a devoted wife and mother who built her brand around faith, family, and homemaking. To others, she is a co-star in one of reality television's most dramatic legal falls from grace, facing accusations of fraud, deceit, and financial missteps that culminated in prison time alongside her husband Todd. But recently, fans and critics alike have begun revisiting moments from Julie's past. Things she's said, choices she's made, even seemingly small confessions on Chrisley Knows Best that suggest Julie might have confirmed her guilt long before the courtroom verdicts. The question is, did Julie Chrisley subtly reveal her hand years ago without anyone noticing? The Southern Lady persona. On television, Julie built an image of being the calm counterpart to Todd's flashy personality. Todd would bark orders, deliver sharp quips, and draw the cameras with his over-the-top antics, while Julie provided balance, sweet tea wisdom, eye rolls that translated as patience, and reminders of family values. But eagle-eyed fans have pointed out that Julie occasionally dropped lines that, in retrospect, sound like warnings of what was to come. In one early season, Julie made a joking comment about Todd being the king of appearances and how they always needed to look wealthier than they really were. At the time, it was just playful banter. Now it feels eerily like foreshadowing. In another confessional scene, Julie laughed nervously when Todd bragged about their success. If people only knew what it takes to keep this house running. Viewers assumed she meant the stress of raising teenagers, cooking dinners, and filming a reality show. But was she hinting at something more complicated? The interviews that aged poorly. Beyond the show, Julie gave interviews that many fans are revisiting in a new light. In one sit-down conversation with a Christian magazine, Julie talked about the importance of repentance and owning your mistakes before God ever reveals them to the world. It read as a typical Southern woman's reflection on faith. But now, some wonder if Julie was talking about more than general morality. Was she quietly acknowledging the weight of financial secrets she already carried? Another moment that sparked discussion came during a radio interview when Julie was asked how she balanced her lifestyle. With a soft laugh, she replied, "Well, you fake it till you make it, don't you? And sometimes, you just fake it." It was brushed off as humor. Today, the line feels almost like a confession masked in charm. Her role in the finances. While Todd Chrisley has always been portrayed as the mastermind behind the Chrisley empire, Julie's role in the finances has been scrutinized more deeply in recent years. Prosecutors argued she knowingly signed fraudulent documents and helped cover up money trails. But what if Julie's guilt was hiding in plain sight all along? Fans have pointed to the way Julie often deferred financial questions on the show. Whenever money came up, she would smile politely, dodge the details, and hand the conversation back to Todd. That pattern, they say, wasn't just deference, it was avoidance. In one episode, Chase Chrisley asked about investments, and Todd launched into a lecture while Julie sat silently, eyes lowered, almost anxious. To casual viewers, it looked like Julie letting her husband lead. To critics, it looked like someone trying not to reveal too much. The good wife defense. Julie has always leaned heavily into the role of being a dutiful wife. She has said repeatedly that her priority was supporting Todd, no matter what storms came their way. This loyalty is admirable, but it also raises questions. Did Julie cling to Todd's narrative even when she knew the truth was darker than he let on? During the trial, supporters claimed Julie was just a wife caught in her husband's schemes, but others believe she had already admitted, in subtle ways, that she knew more than she let on. Years ago, she once told Savannah during an argument that marriage is about carrying each other's burdens, even when you don't want to. Was that simply about chores and family drama, or a reference to secrets and lies that have been weighing on her for years? Faith and guilt. Perhaps the most compelling evidence that Julie confirmed her guilt lies in her own faith journey. Julie often spoke on the show about guilt, forgiveness, and grace. She was drawn to themes of redemption long before the scandal broke. In one particularly memorable moment, Julie told Nanny Faye, "Sometimes I think God gives us warnings before he gives us consequences." Nanny Faye brushed it off with her signature sass, but looking back, Julie's words sound almost prophetic. Even in her prison letters, Julie has not denied responsibility outright. Instead, she speaks about pain, learning, and endurance. To her critics, this is an indirect acknowledgement that she knew her actions, or at least her silence, contributed to the downfall. Did she confirm it herself? So, did Julie Chrisley confirm her guilt a long time ago? The answer depends on how you read between the lines. If you believe Julie was simply a loyal wife swept up in her husband's schemes, then her comments were just the musings of a woman under stress. But if you see Julie as an active participant in her family's financial games, then her old words and nervous laughs sound like confessions we all missed. Sometimes guilt doesn't come in a courtroom statement. Sometimes it slips out in a chuckle, a slip of the tongue, a carefully chosen Bible verse. Julie might not have stood at a podium and declared, "Yes, I'm guilty." But in her own way, through years of remarks and actions, she may have been confirming it long before the world caught on. The legacy of subtle confessions. Whether intentional or not, Julie's confessions leave a legacy that is hard to ignore. Reality television thrives on hindsight. Moments that seemed harmless at the time become explosive when re-examined. Julie Chrisley's story is no different.